Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Andrew Lancaster and I'm a real life duck hunter. That's right, I love duck hunting. I eat, breathe, sleep, duck hunting. D-U-K hunting. H-U-N-T-N exclamation point. That's right. Y'all, before we start talking about the materials that you need to duck hunt and how to actually duck hunt, I want to give y'all a little background story on me and duck hunting that took place back in the day. Well, y'all, this story took place many, many moons ago, and I was probably, 20 years old, so really like 6 months ago. But anywho, so I was duck hunting with my buddy Hayward. We were off at Goose Creek Game Lands, and we go into this game lands, okay? We're on a boat, we're doing our thing, we're cruising on the boat, we're searching for ducks, and we get to the game lands, and we get in between these two impoundments, okay? And impoundments are man-made impoundments with thousands of ducks in it, okay? And the game lands is what we were legally allowed to hunt on. So we decided to sit in between the two impoundments and just watch thousands of ducks that were flying over us, man. It was like just so many birds in the sky, man, the golden arches. Anyways, so we were hunkered down on the boat and there were birds flying everywhere. I mean, mallards, pintails. I mean, it didn't even matter, they were everywhere. Long story short, I forgot my hunting license. My buddies were out there and they were shooting at the ducks and stuff, and I was all pissed off. I was hunkered off, man. I was cowering in the corner because I couldn't shoot any ducks, and they were missing them like crazy. And y'all, at the very end of this duck hunt, I was like, man, I've had it up to here. My anger point is here, and I was up here, so you can imagine how angry I was. I needed anger management. So I grabbed one of my buddy's guns, and I said, watch this, Elmer Fudd, and I shot one. He said, woo, and he flew to the ground. As soon as he came down, I run up to him, and this was like the second time I'd ever been duck hunting, man. So I was nervous, I didn't know what to do, and I picked up this beautiful drake widgeon. It was mature, big old breast. It was a duck, not a woman, don't get the wrong picture. And I picked up the duck, and I twirled it around just like this, and intended to break its neck, and instead, I ripped his head clean off. And from then on out, we called it Petey. Off Dumb and Dumber, the bird off of Dumb and Dumber, because he didn't have a head. Poor little bird. Well, anyways, y'all, I just tell y'all that story just to give you a little background information on an amazing duck hunt I went on with Petey, the bird with no head, who I didn't get to get mounted. But I did eat. He was good with some $1,000. Anywho, y'all, so I love duck hunting. And today, I want to tell you two main things about duck hunting. The first is the materials you need to duck hunt, okay? Y'all, there's this, that, and the other. So many different ins and outs of duck hunting. I could be here all day telling you about the things you need, but I just want to stick to the necessities, okay? The necessities. The first necessity is a hunting license, okay? Exhibit A, feast your eyes on the hunting license, okay? Zoom in there, Vanna White. Man, I got a pretty camcorder right here. I mean, not the camcorder, but the lady camcorder. Anywho, hunting license. Without this, you can't go hunting, okay? Find your nearest Walmart. It's the place with the red and green stripes. It used to be, but they don't have that color anymore. You go to your nearest Walmart, you go in there and say, I want a sportsman's hunting license. It's 55 bucks, you get that. You also need your duck stamp, you get that at your nearest post office. And guess what? Then you go duck hunting. Without this, the man can take your truck, he can take your woman, he can even take your livelihood, okay? So getting a hunting license, step number one. Second is you need a shotgun. Now, this ain't no flapjack, okay? We gotta be careful with this. This is the real deal, okay? This is a shotgun. In order to shoot ducks, you gotta have a gun, okay? You're not gonna be like, David and Goliath and throw rocks at a duck and it just peter out. No, you need a shotgun to kill it, okay? Second thing you need. Third thing you need is shotgun shells, okay? You insert these bad boys into the shotgun, okay? And what you need is steel shotgun shells, not lead, okay? Reason being is, if you use lead shells, you miss, the lead falls down into the swamp or wherever it is you're hunting, the duck comes up and eats the lead, it dies. Which is kind of ironic because the only reason we're out there is to kill the ducks anyways. But you know what? I do what I'm told, so get steel or you're done ski. And last but not least, you need waders, okay? These are these things that I got Pat and Charlie in right now. Okay, you go into the swamp with these bad boys and you can go right up to your nips and you won't freeze and you'll be safe and warm, okay? So those are the 4 main materials you need. Just to give you a quick run through of extras that can help you out and you become a master duck commander such as myself. Duck calls. What's up? What's up? Here, let me give you a little example of what it sounds like. That's how it should sound. That's a wood duck call, okay? Waiter's already said, shell belt, keep your shells in. Hat, camo, you can never be, get too camo, birds can see well. Also, decoys, this is what I call a mallard, this is a drake, this is a hen, okay? But like I said, we're not gonna get caught up in the ins and outs of what you can have. You just need your 4 necessities: hunting license, shotgun shells, and waders. Y'all, the second main point I want to talk about is how to actually duck hunt. Okay, so you got your materials, you're ready to go. Now what do? The first step is you gotta scout, okay? 90% of hunting is having a good spot, okay? If you don't have a good hunting spot, you ain't got jack squat, okay? So you gotta have a good hunting spot, okay? Scout out your location, know where the birds are coming in, know how they're gonna fly in, therefore you know how to shoot, okay? The second thing you need is good cover. Like I said, you can never be too camouflaged, okay? Birds can't, they can't hear very well, so you can talk and chit-chat with your brother and play the whispering game and whatnot. But you know what you can't do? You can't be out there in bright orange and this, that, and the other, because they can see. They got a bird's eye view, get it? Anyways, they can see good, so you can never be too camouflaged. Get you some good cover, go up behind a brush, nestle down in there like some type of beaver animal, and don't be seen, okay? Next thing you need is you need to wait till the last minute when you see the ducks, okay? Ducks can see very good, just like we said earlier. So when a duck's coming, don't stand up and say, oh, hell, a duck, act like a buffoon. But you wait until the last minute, draw your gun, and you don't aim, okay? You just kind of point your gun in the general direction, because if you find yourself aiming 9 times out of 10, you're gonna miss. Point your gun in the general direction, dead duck, that's right. So y'all, now that I've told you guys the materials you need to duck hunt and how to actually duck hunt, I want to ask the audience, you guys participating, on what the materials are that you actually need to duck hunt. Any of you guys know?
Canvas.
That is, the price is wrong, Bobby. Yes, Mr. Bobby.
I think you need your hunting license, a gun, shotgun shells, and waders.
That is correct. I'll give you a sneakers later. Fun size, we don't want it to be too big. Hey, the second thing, how to actually duck hunt, okay? Who knows how do you actually duck hunt? What do you do? Yes, Geraldine.
Well, 90% of duck hunting is having a good spot.
Yes.
So you need to scout out your place, make sure there's actually ducks flying, and you gotta have decoys set out, and you gotta be able to call them in, and you wanna be real careful and still, you don't wanna be making too much ruckus. You don't wanna you don't wanna have too many bright colors. You gotta be camoed up so they don't see you, so you can sneak attack them.
That's right.
You gotta have grizz.
Man, you are
And you gotta have grizz.
You are 100% correct. Y'all, I thank y'all for listening. I hope you enjoyed this week's session of If It Flies, It Dies. Stay tuned until next week. We'll kill the Loch Ness Monster.